Since 1976, there have been over 323 shootings and 7 hostage incidents on school campuses in the United States. Traditionally, Americans have viewed their schools as places of safety and learning.
FBI teams and swarms of police converge on a Pico Rivera High School this morning. To the outsider, it may have looked like a crisis, but it was actually an intense training exercise to learn what to do in the event of a terrorist attack on a school campus.
In early 2009, representatives from the InfraGard Members Alliance entered into a joint partnership with the Naval Postgraduate School's Center for Asymmetric Warfare to research the most effective way to coordinate a joint agency, multi-jurisdictional response that would benefit the school district, community, businesses, and the first responders. On Saturday, the 16th of May, 2009, nearly 300 participants representing some 90 agencies and organizations came together at El Rancho High School in Pico Rivera, California, for a combined exercise and training event known as School Terrorism and Response 2009, or STAR09. The participants of the exercise attended educational seminars that examined the fundamentals of terrorism and included case studies of domestic and international school violence incidents. These seminars were moderated by recognized experts in the fields of terrorism and school violence. The master exercise scenario was introduced and a hostage rescue demonstration was staged by the Special Enforcement Bureau. Participants divided into specialized discussion groups to examine the issues of school violence and terrorism with specific emphasis on the unique perspectives of educators, law enforcement personnel, public information officers, and emergency responders. The discussions in these groups were led by experienced facilitators who helped the attendees focus on the critical issues facing their specialties. A subset of the participants volunteered to become role players and act as hostages during the tactical phase of the exercise. Role players simulating a heavily armed, well-organized, and highly motivated terrorist organization burst into the main assembly room and took the hostages prisoner at gunpoint. These hostages were taken to 2 separate locations on the campus and held while the terrorists made their demands known and barricaded their positions. Participants were able to watch live as the SWAT team and the Special Enforcement Bureau commenced a simultaneous assault on the 2 terrorist locations. As the tactical teams moved in, law enforcement experts provided a play-by-play narration of the tactics being employed for the benefit of the participating agencies. The exercise concluded with a debriefing that included the entire group of participants. During this session, the attendees discussed what they had learned, what steps they would take within their own organizations to reduce the susceptibility and mitigate the consequences of school violence and terrorism. The group also discussed the need for future planning, training, and exercises that focused on schools. The exercise revealed that any effective efforts to minimize threats to our schools must include a coordinated multi-jurisdictional and multidisciplinary partnership. Comprehensive planning must include more than the traditional emergency responders. Meaningful and effective plans must include the community, parents, local government, the private sector, and the students themselves. The participants agreed that the STAR 2009 exercise was an excellent first step in the process of making our schools and our students safer. The Naval Postgraduate School Center for Asymmetric Warfare, or CAW, has been conducting coordinated multi-agency training and exercises for over a decade. In addition to its exercise programs, the center has an international country assessment program, a technology test, evaluation, and integration program, and an education program. Prior to the terrorist attacks of 9/11, the organization recognized that an effective response to a natural or man-made incident required a coordinated and integrated exercise forum to validate cooperative tactics, techniques, and procedures, strengthening the abilities of response agencies to collectively address future incidents and create new plans and procedures based on the lessons learned and deficiencies identified. As a leader in its field, the Center for Asymmetric Warfare continues to provide robust, integrated exercise environments that allow a diverse array of participants to achieve their unique goals and objectives. This includes the integration of participants from local, state, and federal governments, the military, industry, and the private sector, and academia. The CAW continues to remain on the cutting edge of development, conduct, and evaluation of integrated training and exercises, and maintains the capability to manage all the resources necessary to ensure their success, from exercise design and delivery, development of supporting documentation, location and securing exercise venues, and integration of diverse agencies and personnel. For additional information, please contact the Center for Asymmetric Warfare.